Sometimes when you see billionaires, are you like, come on, that's not real?
It doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
To this day, it doesn't feel real.
Which do you find more rewarding? Not which, forget commissions. Which do you genuinely enjoy more?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
As much as I don't sometimes want to do it, I think the more rewarding is
Would you say it's part of the reason why you are so driven?
I think it is because
So we are here in Las Vegas, and I have a rising star from California, rock star real estate agent, Ruben Castillo with me. And Ruben, I wanted to ask you about your experience here at GrowthCon.
Yeah.
Have you been having a great time?
It's been amazing. Honestly, it's more than I anticipated. You know, I thought it was just going to be a bunch of people speaking and saying certain things, and it's honestly blown my mind on what the people have been saying. And we got to understand as well that us real estate agents, it's our business.
Yeah.
It's not just your career, it's a business. So the way that you run it is the way that's going to work. And knowing what these people are doing to grow their business, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're willing to learn and you want to grow, this is a place to come to. So you can be resourceful, talk to people that are doing things that you want to do. Because real estate is the first step, and if you want to open up a business, now you have a resource where you can basically start, or if you do start and you want to take it to the next level, you know where to come.
Yeah. So that's really interesting that you recognize that, yes, you're a real estate agent, but you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So you've had the great fortune of being mentored by someone who's a real estate agent and entrepreneur, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Do you want to share a little bit about your mentor?
So Angel Garcia was a Realtor, and now he built a business which was a dialer, right? That has so many people on it. It's the best dialer in the game, right? So just to watch him kill it on the real estate side and start a business and have it just run just as good and be elite just like he was as a realtor.
Right.
Right? So he treated the business like an elite person and then created a business, and now the business is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? So he took those skills that he learned from real estate and basically just put it into something else and had that grow even more than real estate.
And to be clear, the gentleman he's talking about, how old is he?
He's 30.
30.
30 years
so
old.
he retired from being a realtor at what, 28?
Yeah, 28, 29.
So he found great success and he transitioned into something else before the age of 30, which is very unique for a real estate agent. And that brings me to my next question. What is your vision for your business?
That's a great question. At first, I just wanted to be a realtor, but going to events like this and learning more, it's like this is just the beginning, right? So for me, the first thing I want to do is become an elite realtor, right? So on the way to do that, and then merge into a business like flipping houses, right? Running a construction business and also doing ADUs from the ground up.
Yep.
Just trying to help clients in different ways outside of real estate, but also being able to have a business and provide for people and their families.
Who has been your favorite speaker here at GrowthCon so far? We're only on day 2.
For me, I think it's been Robert.
Robert?
Yeah.
Hervijek?
Yeah, he basically said a lot of good things. What I understood the most is that all these people are human and they live by different values, but they say things in a different way that make you understand them the same way that you kind of look at them. And it just sits with you more like this person is doing something that I can possibly do.
Yeah.
And what drives him, what's his why, and how does he do it, and where did he start, right?
Sometimes when you see billionaires, are you like, come on, that's not real?
It doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
To this day, it doesn't feel real. Like the last guy he just had is like a billionaire. He had 13 billion, and he's like, no, I have 12.9. I was like, only.
Only.
You know, and it's just, it doesn't feel real. Like for me, it's like, what do you do with that amount of money? Do you check your bank account all the time? Or my second question is, what kind of person are you? Right?
Yeah.
Because people can have X amount of money, but I think the most valuable thing is what kind of person are you?
Yeah. What about Robert's story resonated with you?
I think for him was like, he went to school, couldn't figure it out. He figured it out what he wanted to do at a later age.
Yeah.
Right? He went to school.
That story about his dad was hilarious.
Yeah.
He said he was going to bury him in the backyard.
It's similar to mine. So basically, my dad told me if I didn't graduate high school, he was going to send me to the military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's better than killing you.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. Yeah. So once he said that, I ended up graduating during the summer. I did a summer school program, and I was able to graduate. But then I got into construction, and it was just like, this is not what I want to do. So
Yeah.
I went to school thinking that that's what I wanted to do to get away from the construction. And went to school got a job, right? And then I'm finishing school, and I'm like, is this really what I want to do? Because I'm not passionate about it. I know what passion is from being an athlete, right? So
What
it.
sport did you play?
I played soccer
Soccer.
for 15 years, and that was my passion until
Offense, defense?
defense.
Defense?
Yeah, I was a defender, so I like to be the reason why you can score or not score.
I
Right?
like that. Okay.
So after that, I knew what I was going to school for wasn't really my passion. I was just doing it to like make him happy, and always, you're your parents, you want to make them happy.
Yep.
But there becomes a point in life where you got to do what's best for you, what makes you happy, because there's a lot of people that make a lot of money, but they don't know what they do. So
Yeah.
they're not happy. Right?
There's a
I want to be
value
in a
to being
position
happy.
where, yeah, I want to make a lot of money, but I want to love what I do. Of course, it's going to feel like a hassle sometimes, but that's the point of it.
Yeah.
Right? So I graduated college during the pandemic. I was going to university. COVID happened, so I didn't go in person. I got my real estate license.
You went to
And-
CSUN?
Yeah, I went to CSUN, yeah.
It's a great school
Yeah.
on Nordhoff.
Went to CSUN, and then I took real estate on because we were working from home, so I could do everything virtually. And it was a tough market. I was getting my butt kicked a lot because like 100 offers on each property. But as I learned and honestly knew the business, started to learn the business, and just working with people was amazing, helping them get homes and helping them sell their home. It made me feel like, okay, I'm doing it for this purpose, and I'm not just doing it for the paycheck. And that's how I knew it was my passion.
So how did you find your mentor, Angel?
Well, I found him at the same gym that I was working out at. I actually
no
became
way.
like really close friends with his brother. And during the pandemic, we used to work out together all the time. I'm like, hey, why don't I just get my license? He like, talk to my brother. So I talked to him. He basically told me to show up to a meeting on Tuesday, and I just showed up on Monday, right?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm going Monday. Like, I want to see what this is about. So I showed up on Monday morning. He's like, what are you doing here? I'm here to work. He's like, okay. So he gave me scripts, and then he was like, we'll have you practice before you hop on the phones. And I was actually sharing a computer and a headset with his little brother, who was brand new to the business as well.
Yeah.
So I got into that. I still wasn't licensed. So I was cold calling for like wholesale. So I was like a cold caller, like ISA, and did that for 6 months.
We're not supposed to admit that, but all the good agents will do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I did it. I had no license. I was cold calling for wholesaling properties, basically passing on the lead to the closer, right? I did that for quite some time. I got licensed. So ever since I got licensed, I haven't looked back. But I found him through there, and then it's been great since I got there because it gave me my start, but I also know where I want to go, right? What the vision looks like, because obviously you get inspired of what kind of lives people live and where they live, and I'm like, that's what I want. How do I do that? And it was real estate what he was doing. I'm like, okay, well, I have to do this to get that.
Yeah.
Right? And then I figured out now how much work I need to do or how much I need to make in order to obtain that. And I love what I do, so it's a win-win case scenario.
That's good. That's good. So you were at the gym working out. You were like, I'm going to finish college, make my dad happy, but weren't really loving it.
No, not at all.
And
I'm
now,
not a good student.
And now you're closing a lot of deals.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that your GCI last year was $250,000.
Yeah.
You're on track this year to do about 400.
That's the goal. It's always to double what I've made last year. That's always the goal.
And by the way, this is in one of the worst markets that you did that.
Yeah. That's what they say, but honestly, I don't think the market dictates your production. You dictate your production, because I started during the pandemic. Interest rates were 2%.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a high-end buyer, I was getting my ass kicked, and that's fine. So if I got beat up then and I got rejected, what kind of market is this where rates are 6, 7? It's like people are still buying and selling homes.
Yeah.
It's just how hard are you working to find them.
So I want to make sure everyone understands this. When he's saying that he was getting his butt kicked, it's because he was working with buyers.
Yeah, just buyers.
And now you're working with both buyers and
So
sellers.
I transitioned to finally working with both. First year I just did buyers. Second year I started moving into sellers a little bit more, and now I just do both now.
And which do you find more rewarding? Not which, forget commissions. Which do you genuinely enjoy more?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
As much as I don't sometimes want to do it, I think the more rewarding is the buyers. Because you're not just helping them buy a home. Majority of the buyers are a family that have kids, right? You're going to help them buy a home. And a lot of people think like, yeah, I'm going to help these people buy a home and get a commission check. It's like, no, you're helping them buy a home where they're going to raise their kids. They're going to have childhood memories, right? They're going to be in that home for 5 plus 10 years and create memories there, right?
Yeah.
So that's more rewarding to me, knowing that I helped them get this home where they're going to be able to basically have similar childhood memories that I did in LA. I had a lot of time with my cousins, my family. So it's a house that to this day I never forget about. So when I'm showing property, it's like I have to get this home for these kids that are going to live in it. And they're going to have these memories and experiences, right? So it's the most rewarding to me because that's the way that I look at it when I'm helping buyers.
This is so refreshing to hear because nobody really talks about the American dream and the importance of home ownership anymore.
And it's hard.
And I can tell that this is something you genuinely experienced and how much it means to you.
Yeah.
And you're sharing that gift with other people. So for you, you're not necessarily like selling Sunset, going to
No.
$5 million homes. You're
No.
helping people get a home that they
Yeah.
love.
And
that
they're
they can
grateful.
afford.
Yeah, it's probably not a high-end home. It's not fully remodeled, but
Although in California, everything's high-end compared to the rest of the world.
yeah, but even the ones that are not remodeled or high-end, they're very expensive.
Right.
So just to even acquire that, it's an accomplishment, right? Things are so expensive. They save the money. They put it as a goal and they fulfill that goal.
Yeah.
And that was just the missing piece, right? And it's not just getting the home for them, but getting them the best deal for that home, because I feel like any agent can get them a home.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, if you throw stuff at the wall, it's gonna stick.
Right.
Right. That's how I see it. But your job is not to just get them home. It's a job to get them a better deal than they were to get with another agent. Right. So me as a buyer's agent that I specialize in is basically, yeah, I'm gonna get you the home, but I'm either gonna get you like $85,000 in closing costs, or you're gonna walk into the home with some equity. Right. We're not just here to give you the keys. I'm here to make sure that we did the best that we could in order to get you this home.
Ruben, have you ever had an instance where maybe somebody loved a property, they wanted to make an offer, but you knew there was an issue with the area? Like maybe it wasn't the best investment, or maybe there was some reason why they shouldn't buy a home. Have you ever had an example of something like this?
I think what I've had is the area. So what you want to do when you're showing properties, you want to know the area very well, because some clients want to buy a home so bad that they'll go further out of the area. They have no idea what's going on over there, whether it's a good neighborhood or bad neighborhood.
And then they regret it.
Yeah, and
they buy
regret
the
it.
perfect brand new house in the price that they wanted, and then they're scared to go outside.
Correct.
I see this all the time in Texas with people, because I sell homes, right? They'll call me and I'll be like, "This is a brand new home. You just bought it 6 months ago," and it's because the buyer's agent was like, "Yeah, buy in this area where you can't even let your kids run in the street."
Yeah, and some of them will do that. Majority of them will do that. But for even me, like, since California is so expensive, some people out of the valley want to move to Palmdale, Lancaster. I asked them, like, do you really want to make this commute? The last thing I want is for you to call me in 2-3 years, hey, I'm tired of this, I don't want to do it, and then you want to sell your home.
Traffic on the 5 is terrible.
Yeah, and then you want to sell your home and there's no really equity at that time yet, and then it's kind of an issue trying to sell it, because now you have to sell it at this, you might take a loss after commissions and closing costs. So I make sure that I dive into their commute, because as a buyer's agent, you're driving around and you know the area so well, so you know how long it takes to get to places. So just taking that into consideration.
Like, just curious, where do they generally work when they want to go out that far? Because, I mean, the valley to Palmdale is like an hour.
Sometimes they work in Los Angeles.
So they're going to commit to like 4 hours a day in the car. You're asking the right questions for sure.
Yeah, and I had one of my clients in the past actually went through that situation where they worked in LA construction and was driving all the way to, not Palmdale or Lancaster, Little Rock.
I don't even know where that is.
Further
It's
out
even
than
further.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
even further. So next thing you know, they wanted to sell it within 2-3 years because of the commute.
Yeah, they get tired of it.
Yeah.
And the traffic in LA is not that easy
It's not
either.
that great, especially if you're on crunch time. It's not great.
Yeah. How many lanes are on your freeways now?
Probably like 6. But you got the toll roads now, and they have all these extra things, but you got to pay for them, right?
Yeah.
And the fast track.
Oh, that's good. They have something.
Yeah.
I remember when they did what was it, Carmageddon on the
Oh
405?
yeah.
I lived out there back then. It was rough. So we help buyers to make the best decisions for their families.
Yes.
And even if it costs us a commission, you're okay with that?
I'm okay with it because I know what my time's worth now. I know my value, and I just wouldn't want to do that to somebody and have them look at me a certain type of way, like I'm just in it for the money.
Yeah.
Or just be like, you're just another realtor, right? My reputation is worth more to me than the check, right? And a lot of people, it's not. They
Absolutely.
rather do it for the check, and then who cares about these people? I'm not even probably talk to them or see them again. It's like you build a relationship with them. They're not just your clients. Like I have clients that I'm really good friends with, that I've even traveled with, right?
How big is your book of business at this point in your career?
Really big.
And it's
I,
only been 3 years,
it's
right?
only been 3 years, and like from just my phone contacts at 1,200. Just
Wow.
my phone contact. That's not even including the database. It's just talking to so many people. And if they're not ready right now, one day they will be. But the way I look at it is that there's so many people in the world. Every person in the world is going to do a real estate transaction. But the real question is, who are they going to do that real estate transaction with? Is it going to be you or someone else?
It's true. It's going to be Ruben.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
obviously.
If I talk to them first, then yes.
So what is, I asked you a little bit earlier about your vision. You know, talk to the audience and someone who maybe is looking up to you and thinking, hey, I want to be like Ruben. I'm a young guy.
Yeah.
I go to the gym.
Yeah.
Where are you working out now?
Now I work out at Flex Gym. It's literally in Woodland Hills. It's across the street from my house. Reason being, convenience is everything for me now at this point in my life.
So if you want to become like Ruben, you got to go to the Flex Gym and then ask him for some help.
Yeah. Well, now it's just my time and convenience more than anything. Like, I'm not gonna drive around anymore just for anything. If I do get in the car, it has to be, I'm either gonna show a house or go to an appointment. There's no reason for me to drive for any other reason than that outside of my family,
Yeah.
right? I'm not here to hang out, party, do any of that. I'm here. If you need help, I'll come work out with me. I'm more than open to that. Same thing with work. If you want to come work, I don't have a problem. Come shadow me, come talk to me. You want to hang out? That I don't know because of time,
Yeah.
right? I barely have enough time for my family, so outside of that, it has to be an occasion, but convenience is everything, right? So, been working from WeWork, it's amazing. It's across the street from my house. Literally walk there. I don't even have to get in my car. So like I
Yeah.
said, I'm not really getting in my car. Either it's to either drive to the gym because it's a little bit probably down the line, or just to do money producing activities.
Which you seem to be doing very well. You mentioned a little bit about your family. Do you feel comfortable sharing your story? Because it is a really unique story, and you have overcome quite a bit to be this successful at only 28. So you have a son.
Yeah, 13-year-old son.
How old were you when you had your
I
son?
was 15 when I had my son.
And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand that Grandma and Grandpa did not raise his son.
No.
And the son's mother is not a single mother. They have been together since 7th grade. And this man has raised that child while he was a child and never and always been a strong
course.
part of your son's life.
Yeah.
Share your story, what that was like to grow up while raising someone.
It was tough because I didn't really get to enjoy things, right, that I wanted to. But now that I look back at it, it's like there was nothing to enjoy. I enjoyed everything that I kind of wanted to because I had a kid at 15 and I thought my life was over. And I'm like, wait a second. Then a light bulb snapped in my head. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's just begun.
It's just begun. Like, what do you mean my life's over? Yeah, I had a kid at 15. And you know what it is, but I'm gonna be a young dad. My life isn't over. It's gonna be over when I say it's over, and I'm gonna choose to do something more than just settle for the bare minimum. You know, I took risks because I wasn't happy in what I was doing. Yeah, I can do these things, but I feel like when me as a son, and I have a dad, I've seen my dad work a lot, and my goal is to be better than my dad. Not like make more money than him, just to be either a better dad, a better person, or maybe do something else because there's a lot of people that have businesses and all their sons do is just take it over, which is cool.
Yeah.
But case scenario for me, that's not something I wanted to do. I wanted to build my own legacy.
Your dad's
my
in
own business.
construction?
Yeah, construction, yes. So I
Yeah.
wanted to build my own business, my own legacy where it's kind of like I got into something new and I started from scratch, right? And I had a kid at 15. So there's no excuse why somebody else couldn't do it, right? It was tough, you know. Kid at 15 changed my life.
Would you say it's part of the reason why you are so driven?
I think it is because I started doing a lot of things at a young age, right? I had to mature, I had to grow up, I had to provide, and I had to work. And the type of work that I was doing was like labor work, construction work. Like if I already was already older, right? And but I still had to
Creates
provide. I had these
character.
responsibilities, right? But I still made mistakes and I learned, but it helped me grow fast because I'm 28 years old and sometimes I talk to these 28-year-olds that have no kids and it's just like, can't believe you think like that,
Yeah.
to talk like that. And it's just, it gave me a reason outside of myself because me, it could just be all about me. I'm selfish. I could be myself and, I don't have to worry about a kid, do X amount. But now I'm living for my son and I got to provide for him and set an example. So I can't be out here messing around my time, wasting my time or not making money
Yeah.
because I have to provide. And if I don't, then what kind of life is my son gonna live? Not just me, but what kind of life is he gonna live,
Right.
right? My dad did a good job by himself providing a good life. So there's no reason why me and my wife
Yeah.
we can't do that for our son, right? He comes from a first generation, didn't go to school, made it happen by any means necessary, put us in good schools. So what do I look like not being able to do the same or even more?
It's incredible. When I first had the pleasure of meeting Ruben, we were at the Deal Summit, and he shared with me what his life was, and I just was really impressed because I'm 42 years old, and I sometimes meet people on these dating apps because I'm single, and they'll be like, "Oh, I don't really talk to the kid's mom," and I just send the kid money, and I always look at them a little
Yeah,
differently.
because it tells you about your character.
And for you, it's like, yes, you make the money, but you put the time into
Yeah,
your family,
yeah,
into your wife, and into your child.
yeah.
And I think it says a lot about who you are that you do both.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets tricky with work, but I make the time. Like I'll make sure we do things together, or I'll provide whatever it is that they need. But you always got to make that time. There's always time, no matter how busy you are. Sometimes we're workaholics, and we're mostly focused on providing because
Yeah.
we're parents, right? It's in our nature. It's like, why are you giving me a hard time? I'm providing, but it's also they want the time. First of all, you're not gonna get that time back with your son. Your son's only a certain age for a certain amount of time, and time flies quick. Right? So you want to make sure that you spend the time, you do the activities, you make the memories because they're going to grow up one day and they're probably not going to want to hang out with you anymore.
I know nothing about that
Yeah.
with two 14-year-olds.
Yeah. They're going to get to like 18 and then they're going to want to go to college somewhere else and then you're like, bye. And
I'm
then
already like, no, don't go away.
my son, like, man, seeing him grow and it just happened so fast. He's just grown so quick and
What's his
he's
name?
Ruben, so he's the
Oh,
fourth.
Ruben,
Yeah,
fourth.
I'm the third, my dad's the junior, then my grandpa's the first.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
The Castillo family.
Yeah, basically.
That's awesome.
So it's basically, it's bigger than me and it's about like leaving a legacy behind. He doesn't have to do what I do. I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna do something, go all in, but don't settle. Like the way I look at life is, you only have one chance at life. You're not gonna come back and live again. Maybe you are, but you probably won't remember.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna leave here? Right? There's people that pass at young age. People pass every day, and those people are doing something and now they're not here. Right? So what do you look like actually having a full chance at life and not doing anything with it?
Totally. So I have one last question for you. 3 years, so it's March 20th, I think?
Yeah.
March 20th, 2025 right now. What is Ruben doing March 20th, 2028, 3 years from now?
3 years from
Tell
now.
us what you're up to.
3 years from now, probably doing 100 deals a year.
Okay?
Flipping properties, diving into retire my dad for sure, and then basically start a construction business where I mostly focus on ADUs to help people either offset their mortgage or basically just help them out in any way that I can. Yes, we're gonna make money on the construction side, but how can we help you with your problem, right? Either converting ADUs, building them from the ground up, and then eventually getting probably to the commercial space.
Awesome. And Ruben the fourth, will he be getting his license because he'll be 18?
I don't know. I don't think. I don't know. I think this business is for people that if you do excel in it, you have to be built kind of different. You have to have a hard upbringing, and unfortunately for my son, it's not. It's been tough for him because obviously I was a young dad and he had to go through a lot of things as well. But I don't know. I think for me, it's just you got to find out what you really want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I was gonna be a pro soccer player. You know, I was in it 15 years. That's all I knew.
Who's your favorite team?
Real Madrid.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I thought, and then once I had a kid,
You were gonna be hanging out with Messi.
Ronaldo.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
Messi. But that's what I thought I was gonna do, and I had a kid, and I was like, I don't know if this is really gonna work out, right? So I had to go through different avenues. I picked, like for school, I picked to be a physical therapist, and I'm like, I have to go to doctor school for this too? I was like, oh, absolutely not. No, I'm done. I got my bachelor's, I'm out. Now I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and I haven't looked back. And I treat, if you look at it, real estate is kind of like school because your first year, your freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. Now I'm in my junior year.
Yeah,
Now, what does the senior year look like? So,
that's very true.
my senior year is like, okay, I'm an expert at buyers and sellers, right? Now I get to choose how far I want to take it.
And I love that, like everyone, when you get into real estate, we're switching topics here, but everyone's like, okay, do buyers in the beginning so
Yeah.
you can learn. And then once you get good at it, they tell you, okay, now you do sellers. And
Yes.
at that point, you're supposed to just move on to like
Yeah.
sellers at scale, builders,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I love that like your heart is into helping buyers and you're like,
Yeah.
maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I'll scale my
Yeah.
buyer's business some other way.
Yeah, and I've also seen agents like Lindsay Harn, who is a dominant buyer's agent. She's like the #1 wherever she does business at. I saw her speak. I saw Neil Weichel speak, right?
Yeah.
So I saw these people, like, she became such a dominant buyer's agent that she made a transition. But she's like, hey, don't forget that I still do buyers. Like, I'm an expert at this. Now I became an expert at this. Now I do both. And now anybody that even thinks about doing any type of real estate transactions in that city or county, they know who to go to. So that's what I want to do where I'm at, right?
That's awesome.
And I think sellers are amazing too. I mean, I love it too because I have great experiences, and obviously you want to do right by the sellers because they paid that mortgage for such a long time,
Yeah.
right? And they're trusting you with their hard-earned equity, right? And your job is to get them the X amount of moles, but also make it a pleasant experience. Not like we're selling your house and this is what it is. No, it's like this is. Let's see what we can do to get you the most amount of money because a lot of people, most of the time, that's their retirement money.
Yeah, that's what they have. That's true.
That's their retirement money.
Yeah.
A lot of people get old and they're moving back in with their daughters because they're by themselves. So there's no point in having this big house all by themselves, right? So you want to do. Most of the sellers are older, right? Buyers are a bit younger age, but you're there to do a job and it's to fulfill their needs and provide a great service where they recommend you, right? So you don't have to continue to grind like if you just started yesterday.
Yeah, that's rich, bro. Well, I've certainly enjoyed getting to know you at GrowthCon.
That was
You
great.
remind me of somebody here.
Oh, she mentioned that. She mentioned that as soon as Grant Cardone walked into the 10X event. Yeah, and I was like, really? I was like, you think so? I don't think I'm that aggressive. I don't know. I'm short like him, but I don't think I'm as aggressive as him.
Listen, he's 68, you're 28. You got 40 years.
He looks great.
Right?
He does not look 68, but he looks 40. The only thing that makes him look 40 is the gray hair. I think if he maybe bleached it or something like that, he'd probably look a bit young. He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And what
his
I love
skin's
about
great.
him is like he knows what he wants, and he's not gonna stop until he gets it. And
He's
honestly,
relentless on the target.
yeah, and I think nobody should like stop. If you want something, go for it, right? The only
That's-
person that's gonna stop you is yourself.
That's one of the biggest takeaways I got from this is he said a lot of people kind of wander around looking for success, but they don't have a clear target.
Yeah,
And I would say in some ways that's true for
Yeah.
a lot of even me sometimes. I'm like, oh, I want more of this, I want more of
Yeah.
that. But he's clear on his targets.
Yeah.
He said that he wanted to raise $6 billion. He did it. There's something else he's trying to do right now, and we're sure he's going to get
yeah.
it.
And a lot of things I think is he's doing it, right? Let's say he doesn't get the 60, but he gets 40, 50, okay?
Yeah.
But even the idea to start it and at least make it possible, people don't even start.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's
right?
true.
They won't even bet on themselves, right? And the thing about him, what I love and I find the same similarity is where he doesn't have a problem betting on himself, and I don't either. I'll invest in myself X amount. I'll bet on myself any day of the week.
I'm telling
You
you
know,
guys.
and he will too. And you know what? If I lose the bet, at the end of the day, I know I went in swinging.
Listen, if you're not already following Ruben, go on his Instagram right now and stalk him. And I want you guys to drop in the comments whether or not you think he's the Mexican Grant Cardone. I'm gonna. What's like your nickname? Do you have any nicknames?
Oh, for me, myself, or
Uh-huh.
what people call me?
Like what people call you?
Well, I call myself the closer.
The closer.
yeah.
All right. So if you guys think that he's got some Grant Cardone in him, go ahead and drop the closer in the comments. If you'd like to get to know Ruben more, what is the best way for the audience
They
to
can
connect
honestly
with you?
just send me a DM on Instagram, message me,
DM.
and I respond back. I'm very good at responding, and I communicate with everybody. I'm here to help everybody and anybody that has a question or that wants to do something. But if you don't want to do something, probably not the one.
Thank you for watching. Ruben, you're amazing. I see
Thank
you
you.
doing big, big things.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for
And honestly,
being.
I'm here because we were talking about it. And it was an idea on a boat, and I'm like, hey, I was thinking about going there too. And they're like, well, I'm going. I'm like, all right, well, I'll be there. Because it intrigued me, and I've always seen this 10X. I'm like, what is this about? Is it a scam? And I'm like, it can't be a freaking scam. You can't be this rich and wealthy scamming people. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, especially all the
Right?
people that keep coming back.
Yeah,
right?
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Let me see what this is about, especially if it's the last one. I have to find out what's going on. And I'm honestly glad that I came because if I want to take my business to the next level, let's say outside of real estate, I know where to go. And that's thanks to you.
Oh, it was my sincere pleasure. I'm so happy you came. And you'll have an opportunity to meet him again in Vegas if you're a realtor.
Yeah.
You're going to be here for
The Superstar Retreat.
Superstar Retreat. So if you plan to be in Vegas for Superstar, we'll be there.
we'll be
You
there.
can meet Ruben, and maybe if you're lucky, you can hang out with him.
Yeah, we grab a drink.